100 days ago, I began on a journey that would change my life and the way that I thought forever. Along the way, I discovered a supportive community, discovered how hard it is to create a habit, and realised that I could complete whatever I set my mind to. It all started when Yes Theory, one of my favourite YouTube channels, put out a challenge for 100 days of meditation. I jumped on it straight away. Meditation can't be that difficult, right? You just sit there, close your eyes, and don't think about anything. Am I doing this right? Man, it feels like I've been sitting here for ages. Wait, am I meant to be stopping these thoughts? It was pretty clear that I didn't quite know what I was doing, and I needed some help. And I was fortunate enough that Yes Theory had actually partnered with Headspace and was providing a 60-day free trial. I got it all set up, and now I was ready to properly start the 100 days of meditation. Just first initial thoughts from the first meditation was, it's interesting because I was sort of laying down when I was doing it, and every now and then it would be, the guided meditation would be silent for a bit, and then all of a sudden like it would start talking and I'd get a bit of a fright. Yeah, so just getting the hang of things and how it all works and stuff, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Later that day, I was scrolling through Facebook and I stumbled across a post about someone jumping on the challenge. And in one of the comments, it led me to this Telegram group. Little did I know at the time that this group would actually make the whole journey a lot more enjoyable by sharing their meditation spots and provide support when needed. In this group, everyone was super friendly and they'd created a document where we could all mark the days that we had meditated. As the next 10 days went by, I just did short 3 to 5 minute meditations with no real plan or structure. And more often than not, I would go to bed, turn off my light, and then remember. And to be completely honest, if it hadn't been for the Headspace app displaying my daily streak, and knowing that I wanted to keep up with the other Yes Theory people, I would have just drifted to sleep. After this happened, night after night, I knew I needed to step it up and really start taking this meditation seriously if I was going to make it to the 100 days. So, new plan. Get up at 5 a.m. Go for a run. Jump in a cold shower. And then meditate. All before breakfast at 6. Yeah, that definitely didn't happen. But for some of the YesFam, that is what they did. However, what I did change was now that I was going to meditate in the afternoon as a break from work, so I could put all my energy into it, and now up the time to meditation to 10 minutes, and in the odd occasion after I finished work as a way to break up the work. Once I'd made these changes, it just seemed to work for me, and I had actually got to a point where I would really look forward to it. The one trouble I did still have was on the weekends, where I didn't have that structure of a workday to remind me, which would sometimes result in me remembering to meditate when friends were around. And I was lucky enough that they joined in sometimes. Now that we were at day 20, I had the structure that worked for me, and I was really getting into it. But how was the YesFam going?
I would love to do 100 days of, what I call 100 days of breath, 100 days of meditation, but this is so hard for me to actually do something consistently.
Some of the people were really struggling to make a habit of it. However, the community was super encouraging and we all shared tips and tricks to help out. I shared a tip with the group that's helped me in the past building habit, and it's something that I call pairing. And that's when the task that you're trying to incorporate and build into your life, you pair it with something that you always do on a day-to-day basis. So for example, for me, when I was trying to get better at push-ups for karate, whenever I went to the bathroom, I would do 10 push-ups. And it's extremely hard to get through the whole day without going to the bathroom. This can apply to anything in your day-to-day life. You just have to get a bit creative. It could be as simple as, okay, every time I open this mobile app on my phone, I take a mindful breath, or just something as simple as that. Some great feedback from the group, and it helped them, and maybe it will help you too. For me, the next 20 days just passed. It was interesting though, as I would find that during my meditations, I would get to a point where I couldn't feel my body at all. And talking to the YesFam, I wasn't alone in this feeling. Although,
none of us could really explain what was going on or what caused it.
So I think I'm just starting to realise like how long this challenge really is. It feels like I've been doing it for so long, but we're not even halfway yet. The group chat's just been dying out slowly as the challenge progressed. People have been dropping out, the chat's less active. However, I've still got the couple of group members that I'm paired up on the Headspace app that are sending me nice messages and notifications and stuff. So that's been really good, and it's really been helping me just continue throughout the challenge.
At this point in time, life was just passing by. I had successfully built in the habit. I no longer needed a reminder. It was just something that I did. I thought it would be all smooth sailing till the end from here. However, life had other ideas. All of a sudden, our flat had to abruptly move out of the place that we'd been living in for the last 2.5 years. I was also in the process of purchasing my first home, and that was super stressful, as I had no idea how it all worked, and I was constantly dealing with the banks, lawyers, real estate agents, and builders, trying to get it all to go smoothly. And on top of that, I was still working and trying to create content for this channel. All of this just created so much stress, and it was just all go.
I think now's a great time to talk about stress and meditation. I feel like there's this bit of a misconception about, okay, people that meditate are just stress-free, or you meditate to become stress-free. And that's just not the case. We all have these stresses that come in on a day-to-day basis, either from work or relationships, or just anything really. And often they're outside of our control. However, what we do have control about is how we sort of identify those stresses and process them. And I think that's where meditation comes into play. It's a tool to sort of help identify what's going on and what's stressing you out, and it allows you sort of like an outlet to process it, even if it is just sitting there quiet and your mind's just processing away. But that's just what I've found so far on my journey. My Headspace free app trial is just finished, and I've decided to not continue with the paid service. And that's not because I didn't enjoy the app or anything like that, it's actually quite the opposite. I really enjoyed the whole streak feature and then connecting with other people from the Yes Theory group, sending messages through the buddy system. However, on this channel, like after I've completed this challenge, I want to explore different types of meditation, and I feel like if I get the app now, I'm just going to get sucked into this one way. And for the rest of the challenge, I'm just going to stick to the free meditations on the app, just keep my streak going and just hit that 100 days.
The days continued to just fly by as we were getting settled into our new place. I had actually planned to meditate in some nice and cool places for the last 10 days. However, New Zealand went into a lockdown, so I was sort of stuck inside and restricted to walking around the block. As we were reaching the end, I started to reflect on what I'd learnt about the whole experience. The first being how hard it is to really build a habit and stick to it. Sometimes it's just easier to forget, or it's easier just not to do it. But I believe you really learn something about yourself and what you really can achieve when you just push through. In terms of the benefits that I found from the meditation, I found that I felt more at peace, and it was easier to identify thoughts that were coming in and block out those external distractions. This also transferred into my normal life, as I'd realise I was overthinking something a lot quicker than previously, and process that just in a healthier way. And in general, I just felt calm. But this channel wasn't just about me, so how did some of the YesFam find it?
Hello everyone, I'm Cristina, 27, from Venice, Italy. It wasn't easy, so let's start from the beginning, because you have to sit still and do nothing, like really be aware of just your thoughts, and so it wasn't easy at all, I tell you. Also, remembering to do it every day, it was even harder, and so I have to say that I didn't do it every day, and I felt bad at first because I was like, oh man, I'm letting myself down. But also the support group that was in the YesFam, I was like, everyone else is doing it, why I'm not able to keep up with it? But you know what was nice about having the support group of the YesFam? It's that they were always there. They had always a nice word for you, and they were there to like cheer you on and tell you that yeah, tomorrow is another day and you have a new fresh start. And so eventually I came to realize that you now have something that you know you can use and you can rely on when you need it the most. And when do you need it the most? When you feel like, yeah, meditating is the last thing that you want to do. But Yeah, I tell you, I've been there. And when you have a lot going on in your mind, the last thing that you want to do is just sit there still and be aware of what's going on up here. But then, it's the best thing for you to just sit there, and even if it's just for like 3-5 minutes, you don't have to do like 20 minutes. At the end of those time that you decide to sit, you will see everything in a new perspective, and it makes me start the day like I'm more present, like I am more aware of the thing that I need to do, and I am just more present. That's it. That's my takeaway from all my experience.
Alright, so we're going in for the final meditation, day number 100. Let's go.
Okay, so we just finished day 100. Let's finish day 100. Let's just see.
Hey.
Let's go. I just want to say, like, I'm not like super hyped up right now. I've just obviously finished the meditation, and yes, there's a big milestone of being 100. And I'm actually
At the
super
time of
stoked that
editing
I've
this,
made it
I'm
there.
actually at 188 days.
But yeah, it's just the start of this journey. So it just feels really good.
For any of you that are looking at trying this, or trying anything new in life, just know that when you embark on your journey, there's always going to be ups and downs, and you're going to have setbacks. But you just need to push through, and having good people by your side often makes it a lot easier. And in this case, I would like to thank those of you from the Yes Theory community, and the friends that helped me reach my goal of 100 days of meditation. I'd also like to mention that with this channel, I'd love to build a like-minded community where sort of, as I embark on my journey, we can sort of go on it together and we can sort of share our experiences. And that's what I've actually been really excited about this video, to get the Yes Theory group involved, and especially the people that sort of just help me keep to the challenge. So if you're interested in this, sort of hit that subscribe button, follow along on Instagram, and till my next journey. Peace. Thanks for watching.